There's a graveyard nobody visits. No headstones. No ceremony. No obituaries in the newspaper. Just millions of people who woke up one morning, opened their laptops, and discovered that the thing they had built their careers around was simply no longer needed. And the world moved on without stopping to acknowledge that anything had happened at all. This is the story of a profession that employed more people than most industries you've heard of. A profession that built entire ecosystems, agencies, platforms, training courses, communities, economies in developing countries where working remotely for Western companies was a path out of poverty. A profession that existed, thrived, and then ceased to exist in a window of roughly 18 months. The profession was called content writing, and its collapse is one of the most complete economic erasures of a white-collar profession in recorded history. Let's start with the number that tells the whole story. In 2022, a professional content writer working for digital publications and SEO agencies could charge between 10 and 30 cents per word. That's the standard rate for commodity SEO content, the kind of article that shows up when you Google a question, answers it, and sends you on your way. A writer producing 5 of those articles a day at 1,000 words each was earning between $500 and $1,500 per session. That was a career, a real one, with clients, invoices, long-term contracts, and a community of other people doing the same thing. By 2025, that rate had collapsed to effectively zero. Not down 30%, not down 50%. The market price for that work is now the monthly subscription cost of an AI tool divided across however many articles you generate, which works out to fractions of a cent per word, which for the purposes of the human labor market means zero. The profession did not shrink. The market for the work it produced ceased to exist. Here's what the data looked like as it was happening, and almost nobody was watching. A researcher analyzed 180 million job postings across the U.S. market and found that writer and copywriter positions fell 28% in 2025 alone. Computer graphic artists fell 33%. Photographers fell 28%. These are not the numbers of a profession adapting. They are the numbers of a profession being eliminated. And the detail that makes it worse, these were the second consecutive year of double-digit declines. The trajectory was not a correction. It was a collapse in progress. To understand how severe that is, you need the benchmark. The overall job market fell 8% in 2025 compared to 2024. Writers were falling at 3.5 times the market rate. And the roles that were growing, creative directors, content strategists, people who direct AI workflows rather than execute them, were growing at a fraction of the volume that had been lost. For every strategist position that opened, roughly 20 writing positions had closed. The pyramid did not transform. The base was removed. Now here's the part that turns this from an economic story into something stranger. The companies leading this shift knew that AI content was worse. They had the data. Multiple studies confirmed it. AI-generated articles received trust ratings 43% lower than human-written content. Only 25% of publishers reported strong results from fully AI-written drafts. The hybrid approach, AI draft, human edit, produced results 2.5 times better in search performance than pure AI content. The companies knew this, and they replaced the human writers anyway, because better was no longer the relevant variable. Free was. When your competitor is generating 1,000 articles a month for the cost of a software subscription, the quality premium of human writing stops being a business decision and starts being a luxury. The market didn't choose AI because AI was better. It chose AI because AI was free enough that good enough was more than sufficient. This is the mechanism that nobody explains clearly. Professions don't get replaced because the replacement is superior. They get replaced when the replacement crosses a threshold of adequacy at a price that makes the original economically indefensible. And for content writing, that threshold was crossed in a matter of months. But the collapse of the labor market is only half the story. The other half is what happened to the business model that made the profession possible in the first place. Content writing existed because Google rewarded it. The logic was simple. Publish useful articles, rank in search results, attract traffic, convert that traffic into revenue. Thousands of publications, agencies, and individual creators built their entire economic model on that loop. And the loop depended on one thing: people clicking links in search results. In 2025, Google deployed AI Overviews at scale, the feature that answers your question directly at the top of the search results page without requiring you to click anything. The impact on click-through rates was immediate and severe. Organic clicks for informational queries fell 61% from their pre-overview baseline. Read that carefully. Not 10%, not 20%. 61% of the traffic that used to flow to articles written by human beings now stays inside Google's interface. The article still exists. It still ranks. Nobody clicks it anymore. The profession lost its workers. and then it lost its reason for existing, both in the same window. There's a specific moment when this story stopped being abstract and became undeniable. Sports Illustrated, and one of the most recognizable media brands in America, with nearly 70 years of publishing history, was found to have published articles under the bylines of writers who did not exist. Not ghostwritten, not pseudonymous. The author photographs were purchased from AI marketplaces. The biographies were fabricated. The articles themselves were generated by an AI system operated by a third-party company called AdVon Commerce. The union that represented Sports Illustrated's editorial staff said they were horrified. The parent company said it was ending the partnership. Nobody could answer the question that actually mattered. How long had it been happening, and how many other publications were doing the same thing without having been caught? The answer to the second question, based on everything the industry knows now, is many. The difference between Sports Illustrated and the others is not that Sports Illustrated did something unusual. It's that Sports Illustrated got caught. This is what the end of a profession looks like in practice. Not a press conference, not a policy announcement, an investigation by a technology publication revealing that a magazine with a 7-decade legacy was publishing content written by nobody under the names of people who never existed. The human cost of this is something the industry press almost never covers, because the people most affected are not the ones who get profiles written about them. The content writing ecosystem was not primarily composed of staff writers at major publications. It was composed of hundreds of thousands of freelancers, many of them in the Philippines, India, Eastern Europe, and Latin America, for whom writing English language content for American and British websites was a primary income source. For these workers, 30 cents a word was not a comfortable rate. It was a wage that represented access to the global economy from places where local alternatives paid a fraction of that. Those workers didn't get severance. They didn't get retraining programs. They didn't get headlines. The platforms they worked on, Textbroker, iWriter, Verblio, dozens of others, saw their order volumes collapse without public announcement. The communities those writers had built, forums, Discord servers, mentorship networks, went quiet. Not dramatically, just gradually and then completely. The profession that died overnight took its community with it, and the world that was replacing it had no idea those communities had ever existed. There's one final number that captures everything. In 2024, 40% of white-collar job seekers failed to get a single interview. Not a single one. And among writers specifically, the situation was worse, because the AI systems being used to screen applications were trained to prioritize technical skills, data analysis, coding, prompt engineering, over the ability to construct a clear argument or tell a compelling story. A content writer with a decade of experience applied to positions was filtered out by an algorithm before any human saw the application and received no response. The profession didn't just lose jobs, it lost access to the process of finding new ones. And here's the twist that nobody in the industry is talking about directly. The companies that replaced their writers with AI are now discovering a problem. Not a big enough problem to reverse course, but a real one. As of May 2025, more than half of all newly published content on the English language web was generated or substantially assisted by AI. The models that generate that content were trained on human writing, the writing that was produced by the people who no longer have jobs, which means the training data for the next generation of AI writing tools is increasingly composed of AI-generated content, which means the models are learning from themselves. Researchers have a name for this. They call it model collapse. When an AI trains on its own outputs, the outputs progressively degrade. The diversity of expression narrows. The errors compound. The writing becomes statistically average in ways that human writing never was, because human writing was produced by individuals with specific lives, specific experiences, and specific things to say. The internet that AI is now filling was built by the profession it replaced. And the question of what fills the internet when that profession is gone, and what the models train on when the human writing runs out, does not yet have an answer. This is not a story with a clean ending. The profession is not coming back. The economics that sustained it are structurally different now. The writers who built careers in it are navigating something that has no roadmap, because no generation of knowledge workers has gone through exactly this before. What happened to content writing is not a preview of what might happen to other professions. It is a template for how it happens. Faster than anyone predicted, more completely than anyone admitted was possible, and quietly enough that most of the world didn't notice until it was already done. The graveyard has no headstones, but it has an address. And if you know where to look, you can see exactly what was built there and exactly when the lights went out. If this made you think of a profession you're worried about, your own or someone else's, drop it in the comments. The pattern of what happened here repeats in different fields in different ways, and understanding it is the first step to not being caught off guard by it. The next video looks at the jobs where this template is currently being applied right now. The ones that haven't collapsed yet, the ones where the timeline is months, not years,